Yeah, we had a nice little icebreaker. So this is the homie Jaylen Butts. I met him through my homie Q. Shout out to Q. One of the best barbers in Atlanta, by
Most
the way.
definitely. Love him.
Jaylen Butts went to Tri-Cities High School.
Class of
Was
2024.
was the Fulton County Student of the Year. That's. I mean, just thinking about how big Fulton County is, and then just the what are some of the schools in Fulton County that's like
North Springs,
North Atlanta?
not North Atlanta, that's APS. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
so North Springs, I can't even think of the schools. Sandy Springs, stuff like that. And then like the South schools is like Banneker, Westlake, Langston, everybody like that.
Okay. Well, first of all, he's a student at North Carolina A&T.
Aggie Pride.
Yes. Bachelor of Science in Computer Graphics Technology, y'all. I mean, that's the simple.
In the process.
what was the more complex term you used earlier? When I said basically graphic design.
Right. It's computer graphics technology with a concentration of user experience.
Okay. There you go.
Right.
So let's get to it. Two-time Aggie Gent Scholarship recipient.
Yes.
Trio Student Support Services. Is that like campus?
Yeah, so what I was telling you about earlier is the program that I did last year. And it's actually like until you graduate. So, and this is like a nationwide thing. So not just our school, it's like across. And they get government funding and stuff like that.
Okay, Microsoft Certificate of Achievement.
Yeah.
AGIA Graphic Arts.
Yeah, so that's the American Institute Graphic Arts. Aggies.
Okay.
So that's like a national thing on the, like actually not even national, I'm sorry, a worldwide thing. But like on the national part, it's the American Institute of Graphic Arts. And then for our school, it's Aggies. So it's just that section.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just got chosen a few months ago to be the marketing chair for our executive board for this upcoming year.
When do you sleep, bro?
Nah,
for real.
I've been trying, but
how many hours of sleep you get? Like 4, 3?
Nah, I've been getting like 9. Cause my classes are like, yeah, if I don't want to wake up, then I'm gonna stay asleep.
Oh,
So-
hey, that makes sense. Mr. South Campus Residence Hall Association.
Yeah, so in North Carolina, at North Carolina A&T, it's like the top 5 orgs. Residence Hall Association is one of them.
Okay.
And with that, they have it like broken up in sections. So they have Mr. and Mrs. South Campus, Mr. and Miss North Campus, Mr. and Miss East Campus, Mr. and Miss Apartments, and then they have Mr. and Mrs. Residence Hall Association.
Okay.
Me and my Mrs. we were chosen for South Campus.
Okay. Now I have a love-hate relationship with A&T, but it's really it's petty. I went to y'all's homecoming. This is back many moons ago, like probably like 2007.
That was the year I thought I was born. Okay, so yeah.
Okay, so there's some Chinese restaurant I ate at during the homecoming.
Okay.
And everything's good. We get back to my homie's apartment. I start hiccuping.
Okay.
Now, if you don't know, every time you hiccup, like your heart stops beating for like a brief second.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I kept hiccuping, and luckily the girl that my homeboy was messing with, she was like, you know your heart stops beating every time you hiccup. You good? I was like, no, I'm gonna just gargle some salt water. I'm still hiccuping.
Okay.
And I'm scared because but I messed my homeboy's flow up because he was trying to get with her.
Okay.
But I remember before she left, she looked back and she was like, we need to take her to the hospital. And I looked at my boy, he's like, you messing me? I'm like, bro, you want me to die? Like, so make a long story short, I had a allergic reaction to some of the food. And I just couldn't stop hiccuping. It was messing with like my trachea, everything.
Did you ever find out what it was that you was allergic to or no?
I think it was, at the time I knew. That's probably good. I need to double back and see what that was. Yeah, it's something I ate. And yeah, I could have died. So
Right, okay.
yeah, but I mean, it has nothing to do with A&T. It's just I was around A&T.
Right.
Okay, so what do you want to be remembered for? I know that's like a heavy question.
People be asking me that too. And it's crazy because I feel like it's a different answer every single time.
Okay.
But I feel like I'm still trying to figure that out for myself because I know what I want to do with myself, but I feel like it's in terms of how big it's going to be for myself.
Okay. Well, what do you want to do with yourself?
Well, I want to have my own video game studio, and I would like want to be in like the top 500 like Fortune companies like on that level. Okay. Like I really want to be like global with it, and I really just want to be able to make a name for myself because I feel like when people say my name when talking about other people, I want it. Obviously, I want it to be positive. I don't really care for if it's negative or not. Okay. But I feel like when people talk about Jaylen, they're gonna be like, he was funny, he was creative, and he like worked hard. And that's like one of the things that I want to be remembered for, my work and myself. Okay. So like my work is an extension of myself, but at the same time it's like intertwined together. Right. But at the same time it's like my work ethic in like everything that I stand for. So like if I know that I did 100% in whatever I do, then I know like
You can
I'm
live
proud
with
of
that.
myself, yeah, and I'm okay with that.
Okay, man. I guess like to me, like a sign of intelligence is your ability to like pontificate, express.
Right.
And just from talking to you, I know your synapses are just like.
I be everywhere.
And I be like, you're one of the few people I gotta like really keep up. Like this
My
man.
mom be telling me I need to slow down because I do be moving way too
Yeah,
fast.
I'm just like.
But everybody tells me that though. But it's
But
just
that's a
like
good
if I
thing.
slow down, it's like I don't feel myself.
I think
So-
it's a good thing though. So how has education impacted your life?
That's why we talking today. So
Right? Yeah.
I feel like because I'm definitely a first generation college student. Actually, well, I consider myself a double first gen because my mom didn't graduate high school. So
Oh,
I
wow.
feel like So I feel like education, and actually she's the one that pushed education so hard on me and my siblings because I have 6 siblings. So
Oh,
every
wow.
single one, and my brother, I have an older brother. He's in college right now. He's getting his doctorate at Columbia.
Oh wow.
So he
Ivy League. Okay.
So he so she definitely pushed that. She was like she always knew what she wanted to do in school. She just didn't want to do it. She just wanted to Yeah, so she just wanted to be grown and do her stuff herself, and she told us that. And she was just like, education is gonna take you places where you ain't never been in. Education
Right.
is your voice. Education is everything.
Mm.
So growing up, I've always been good at school. That's like one of the good things I feel like I am good about myself because I like school. I really do like school. It's structured. It's like you know what you need to do. It's a plan set out and forth for you, and I like organization.
Okay.
So I feel like education has pushed me to different places. Like up until last year for school, I've never been out of the state before.
Really?
Yeah, so the entire 18 years of my life, I have been in Atlanta, Georgia. So up until
I mean, you don't got no family out of state?
no,
Or?
not at all. So up until then, until I went out of school for state, that was my very first time leaving the state.
You ain't
And
gonna
that was
no
for my
like
program.
school, class trip, nothing?
None of that. So no family trips, no none of that. You gotta have money if you want to go somewhere. We ain't no money.
Wow.
So
That's real. I mean, that's real.
So it wasn't until education brought me to get a whole new aspect on the world and just to be able to see where I could go, or where I could have been at. So that's why I like education, because it's showing me different stuff that I never experienced before, because it's always something new. I don't like doing the same thing over again.
Right.
With education, it's something different. Like up until a year ago, I would have never seen myself doing this from a year now. I just know that I wanted to do it, but now I actually am doing it. So it's like, okay.
So real quick, I had a whole list of questions, but just from talking to you, I want to kind of go in different directions.
Yeah.
Okay, so I used to teach school.
Okay. What grade?
I taught middle school.
Okay.
I lasted 3 months.
What?
I just never, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it's like I ain't got to be here, and y'all don't care.
Yeah,
It felt
they
like it got to the
They don't.
point,
It was like that with me in school too.
and I felt like I felt more like a bouncer than an
Mhm.
actual teacher. Like
Right.
I'm breaking up fights.
It definitely is a home thing.
And then it's like, and I have a theory about this. People think I'm tripping, but I think your stomach is basically your second brain. What you eat does affect your mood and your thought process.
Most definitely.
And a lot of kids used to come to my class. Their tongues were blue or red. They're eating Takis all the time. And I do think that messed with their cognitive abilities to some extent.
What you put in is what you get out.
Exactly. Say that one more time.
I said what you put in is what you get out.
Yeah, and I felt, and it kind of scared me because, like, I think I know there's like neurons in your brain that are wired for long-term thinking, long-term thought, memory, and then there's neurons that are wired for short-term. And I feel like they're on TikTok, so it's like they're used to thinking in like 20-second intervals.
It's attention span has most definitely
Yes.
with that. And I'm a victim of that, but it's like, cause not growing up, we didn't have TikTok, but it's like it's just something that popped up when I was like 13. I'm 19 now, so
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, attention spans have definitely like decreased with like the level of that.
Yeah.
People don't care to like listen, cause if
Or
it's
learn,
not,
it feels like.
yeah, cause if it's not like that, then it's just not. It's not attention grabbing, or it's like something I can catch my eye with instead of gradually increasing to. Then it's not gonna be effective.
And it's interesting that you say that because I've noticed how when I talk to this is gonna sound so bad. When I talk to people that are smart, a lot of times they tell me like, you know, Maurice, you're being too vague. You don't go in depth when you talk. And I'm just used to talking to people where it's like I kind of gotta hurry up and just like just kind of get it out.
Yeah.
But I notice like a lot of people aren't wired for the real engaging thinking.
Right, people don't know how to socialize.
Yes, and that's scary.
People forget that normal society, you have to talk to communicate.
Yes, and
communication is like one of the best skills like I have gained, and I actually got that from my mom. Like my mom has taught me everything. That's like my number one everything. She taught me everything I know.
Wow.
So like you have to learn how to talk to people. Like if I didn't know how to talk, I wouldn't even be talking to you right now. I wouldn't be in my school. Because the way I even got to my school is a whole nother story.
Well, let's get into
because
that.
of Q.
Okay,
So,
shout out to Q.
He is actually the reason why I'm at North Carolina A&T. So I ended up getting my acceptance. I applied for the honors college. I didn't get in.
Okay.
I was sad about that, but I was like, okay, I'm still, because it's HBCU. I got into plenty of HBCUs. Like my PW out of HBCU rate was like I got into more HBCUs than I did PWIs. And the crazy thing is, I was like, I don't want to go to an HBCU.
And PWI, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's a predominantly white institution. HBCU
and PBIs too, but I was like,
PBI.
Public black institution. So more so, it's more black students, but it's like a white school. So like Georgia State is a PBI.
That's I went to Georgia State. Shout out to Georgia State.
And I actually don't like Georgia State.
Why? What we do? What we do?
It's in Atlanta.
Oh,
There's no campus. It's
oh wow.
It's no campus. It's so embedded in the city. I've been here for 18 years. I wanted to go somewhere else.
I mean, but
the CAF was terrible.
We
I went
are
there for a field trip, y'all.
We are an urban campus. We are an urban campus,
and I won't go on for that. I need traditional.
I feel you.
So back to the story with that. I got accepted in the plenty. I got accepted in the Morehouse. I got accepted in the Clark Atlanta.
Didn't want to go to Morehouse?
It's in the West End. I'm like, I mean, it's in the West End. I've been there my whole life.
Too familiar.
Way too familiar. Like I know the streets, the back. Like I grew up here. So I'm like, it's not gonna be no real experience for real. And plus, they didn't give me enough money. Like Morehouse gave me like
And Morehouse is private, right?
Yeah. So the prices were through the roof. And actually, applying to Morehouse, I found out what a legacy was. I didn't know what a legacy was.
Okay.
I thought legacy was like if you knew somebody that went there, they weren't gonna let you in. And that was the
it's like your your family member.
So my uncle was actually a graduate of Morehouse. He graduated in like 2012, 2013.
Okay.
So when he asked on the application, I thought about him because I was actually applying to like show him if I got in or not. So when they asked me the legacy question, I was like, I don't want to like not get in, so I put no. And then I had talked to my assistant principal. He was a graduate of Morehouse. He was like, no, legacy mean like you know somebody.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't have no help with my application. So
It just wasn't supposed to happen. It just wasn't.
I mean, I still got in,
right?
And I actually used my assistant principal's recommendation, and I was able to get in. So I found out I got into Morehouse like the day before my birthday.
Okay.
So I was happy for that most definitely because it's like Morehouse. It's a prestigious school in the black community, and it's like the connections with that is good. And they gave me like $7,500.
How much is that gonna cover?
Yeah,
that's what I'm about to say.
So I'm like, and then even with that, they like be like in-state tuition. For a private school, that's still a lot though.
Yes.
And I don't have my estimated family contribution is $0.00. So that's like nobody in my family can pay for my school. So it's like Morehouse. I'm not choosing you because you in the West End on that, and y'all charging $55,000. I'm not doing that. I don't know why y'all be going around the club coming to school, and I'm like, this is the West End. It's somebody. Look, I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not wasting my money on that. Not wasting, but I'm just not gonna do that. And if in terms of Clark Atlanta, I was actually more irritated with them than Morehouse because like I got money from Morehouse, but I ain't getting no money from Clark.
You got none?
Zero.
I just don't understand how a young man that wins Fulton County Student of the Year.
Zero.
Doesn't just get like a full ride here.
The thing with Student of the Year is I actually found I found out I won for Tri-Cities in November, and I found out I won for the county in March when we did the interviews and stuff like that.
Okay.
And with that timeline, it was more so like I applied to all my schools and stuff, like those schools before their priority deadline in August and September.
Okay.
So it's like I couldn't include it on my application if it didn't exist at the time, so I couldn't talk about it if it didn't exist.
Didn't happen.
So that's I feel like that was the only reason why. But yeah, but I mean, I'm happy where I'm at. But back to the story with
yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
It's okay, because I be forgetting myself. So with that, I told Clint, I told him that I got in. He was like, "That's a good school." We was talking about it. He was like, "That's the best school for engineers for producing African American engineers." And I was like, "I know that. That's why I applied. I didn't know I got in." And I will never forget. I found out I got into that school in fourth period at 2:15. We was finna get ready to go. I found out them people looked at me like I was so crazy. I screamed in the classroom. We was finna go home.
Wow.
Yes, I was so happy because that was my top 5. I was like, I got in. So I didn't establish myself. I don't care what I do for the rest of my senior year. That was in January. So in terms of that, it was more so, okay, how we finna pay for it? Because at that point, I didn't actually choose what school I wanted to go to until like July of last year. And we're going to go into that. Because FAFSA was late. It was behind. It was a whole new system. And North Carolina A&T gave me $0.00. So I told Quint that. Quint was like, I know somebody up there. He an Alpha. He was like,
Oh yeah, shout out. Yeah, if you know, you know. But yeah, my fault.
Oh, I didn't even know you.
You didn't know? Oh, you didn't know? Wow. Okay. Yeah.
We'll, if we can, we gonna go to that too.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I talked to him.
Did
He
not
he
know
gave me
that.
his number, and basically his name is Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas, if you're seeing this, I love you so much. I love everybody that just supported me because I'd be at home.
Shout out to Mr. Thomas. Wow.
So I talked to him, and he was basically like, they want to pitch a student to North Carolina A&T because he's the at the time he was the vice president of the North Carolina A&T Atlanta
Alumni chapter. Okay,
yes.
association. Okay.
So they pitched me to be a student, so like a low income student who just had no resources and who was good in academics, but they just couldn't support. Like I couldn't financially support myself.
Right.
And they pitched that to the school. In terms, I don't know what that meant for them because I'm just taking it through. Okay, I just need to go to school. I ain't got no money, and I need help.
Right.
And I know my mama can't help me.
That's real.
So
That's real.
So we talked. I talked to him over the phone. I ended up speaking with the president. Her name is Dr. Mays. Love her as well.
Mm-hmm.
They just have been my rocks, and I'd be at home without them, and I wouldn't be able to do none of the stuff today without them. So I'm forever indebted to them.
Wow.
And they be like, stop saying thank you all the time. I'd be like, no, y'all. I'd be at home.
I don't understand. Like my life would be different.
But I ended up talking to them about it, and they was like, basically, I didn't necessarily meet them until the trio program at North Carolina A&T. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say what we all went in detail to because I don't want to put nobody job. But
you good.
But I ended up talking to some people up there, and I do not pay any money to go to school.
Wow. Hey, look at
and
that.
I actually just spoke to, like, I was speaking to people that were very high up in the ranks at that school, like people on the board of trustees. Okay. So like people that had like executive director and assistant and everything. So
big wigs.
Man, I'm forever graded. And the only thing they told me to do, I met him our day of student induction for the class of 2028. Mm-hmm. He said, it's nice to meet you. We shook hands. He said the only thing you need to do is just maintain a 3.0 and you don't got to worry about nothing.
So if you don't mind sharing this, what would you be?
At the time, so my first semester, my first semester, which was last year, I had a 3.0. So I was on that mark. I was scared. I was crying. I was going through it. But this past semester, I made the dean's list, so I have a 3.68. And I'm bringing it up to the chancellor's list this semester.
Okay, no, for chancellor's list, that's like 4.0?
And that's 3.75 or above.
Okay.
Dean's list is 3.25. I don't know why they make that. I feel like that's low level, but
hey,
I feel like personally for me and my goals and what I need to accomplish for myself, I just always need to be chancellor's list. We ain't get there, but we gonna get there.
You will. Wow.
But that's like my story with them, and they still hate me to this day. And I actually was able to go back and help them just with a little bit because I'm their graphic designer for the events that they have and stuff like that. Wow. So I'm able to do that.
So are you self-taught with graphic design?
No. So in school, Mr. Hose, I love him too.
Okay.
He was my graphic design teacher. So I started graphic design in 10th grade, and I got my certification in 12th grade. So he taught me everything that I know with Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator, and that's like my teacher with everything. So basically, he kind of, with multiple people, started like my jump with this and what I want to do with my career.
Okay.
So yeah.
So let's get into that. I know like with AI, artificial intelligence, they're saying a lot of jobs will be cut, and one specifically that I heard being kind of marginalized was graphic design.
Right.
So I was kind of shocked when you told me like, yeah, that's what you want to do. I'm thinking, does he not know? Like, this thing is about to be obsolete. So how do you deal with AI? How do you feel?
I feel like it's definitely being implemented more and more as we progress, as not even as people, as a society, because it's being implemented into things that I didn't even know. I looked up the other day. I just found out McDonald's got an AI on their app. I was like,
really?
Food. But I was like, I feel like AI is a thing that is definitely one of those things that is harming the environment, and definitely people should like look into more in terms of
harming the environment.
In terms of like polluting areas and like Memphis and stuff like that. I just read a few things. I'm not very educated on the topic itself, but I just know enough to like know that it's like half and half. So I feel like in terms of like helping people, it has its ups and downs with everything that helps people in today's world. Because it's like if you're gonna talk about AI, then you have to talk about technology as a whole. And if that's the case, then we might as well just shut everything down and go back to. But in terms of my career, I feel like creativity-wise, that it won't be able to replace anything, because people have careers as artists, people have careers as creative directors, people have careers and being in the design industry, entertainment industry, and I feel like AI, in terms of that, is just used as a helping hand and not overall it's taking over. I feel like AI it'll only take over if you let it. And we as humans and the engineers and software engineers that like design stuff like that, if AI takes over, it's because we as a human society has let it take over. We made it.
But see,
So
because you're right, it's all about what it's engineered to do.
right.
But I read something interesting. It kind of scared me. You ever seen Terminator?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what is it? I came across something that said that these computers were communicating with each other independently of people, and they created like their own code and language. That's not scary.
It is, and that's I feel like that's something that the engineers should like be over, because like that's something you created. That's something that you let happen. That's something that you're overseeing as the project manager, whatever you want to call yourself. If you made it, you have control over it.
Right.
Unless you want to wait 20 years from now when it get out of hand, and then it's like
too late, probably.
But in terms of just the design aspect, I feel like it'll never be able to do it. It's no thought. It's only creating it because you told you to. It don't have a reason to like put something here because you told it to.
Right.
Versus somebody that has a heart and a brain and has emotions and feelings towards a certain project and like how it works and how it navigates and just things like that in terms of creativity. Like I feel like creativity is what makes human. It's like that's what separates me from you. That's what separates me from anybody else in the world, regardless if we're the same race, skin color,
right,
the way we grew up, everything. Because that's my own individuality. That's something that I have to myself and nobody else can take away from me.
So when you running for president? I'm being silly. But I got a story about AI though. So at Georgia Tech, there were some scientists that were doing. They're basically doing this layout for self-driving cars. So they made like this makeshift course, cut out some people. Like it's like a fake community, and the cars were just moving. You know what happened?
What?
These cars were only hitting black people. So they took a step back and they're like, wait a minute. Okay, we have all these different races, but they're only hitting black people. And come to find out, there's a color spectrum that the cars can pick up on. And what happened was...
color spectrum, okay.
Yeah, but see, what happened was people create things that reflect who they are. But there were no black people in the room. So they didn't think about the darker hues. And that's why I think it's amazing, because we need more black people
definitely representation,
engaging in hard science. You know what I'm saying? So I really salute what you're doing. And we need more black people getting involved in that space.
Definitely, yeah.
Because that scared me. I'm like, damn, we got to deal with white folks. Now we got to deal with machines trying to take us out. Jeez. But yeah, but they, those, like you said, being human, having a heart, being able to relate, I don't think AI can never...
Right, it's definitely a cognitive thing that's just like always thought about.
So what's the difference between high school and college?
For me, I knew I wanted to go to college since like the second grade, because my uncle ended up taking me to Morehouse. He snuck me in his room. I spent the night, and I was like going through his classes, everyday life with him. And I was like 8 or 9 at the time, and that's just the experience I won't ever forget. I still remember it to this day. I met his friends. We ended up meeting like the dean and everything like that. And he was just like, this is what I do. This is what I wanted to do. And ever since then, I just kind of like, okay, I know that's what I want to do for myself. In terms of high school, I feel like coming in, so like my very first year of high school, it was COVID. So we were online the entire year, and that like made me not like virtual like at all. And that's when I knew I needed to like be hands-on. I'm a hands-on learner. If it's not in my face, then I'm not gonna learn at all.
Okay.
And in terms of college and high school, I feel like the main thing that I've learned from like the 1 year me being in college is the independence aspect. Because I feel like even in terms of like now, it be days where I be like, I was really in high school like in like last year. It has not been long, but I was just in high school and now I'm living a whole completely different life. And it's crazy that we had to raise our hand to go to the restroom. That is so crazy. Wow. Like we had to listen to a bell to tell us to go through the hallway and to go to lunch and go to a pep rally and go to like, that's so crazy versus college. Cause like don't nobody tell you nothing in college. You gotta you gotta be an advocate for yourself and go out and handle your business every day. And if not, you either finna get sent home or you just not finna be there no more. And that's just that's the reality of it. And it's just like, and that never scared me. And I actually like that aspect, cause it's like I didn't like the controlling aspect of it in terms of you go sit down, you go do this, you go do that. I don't like that at all. That's just me personally. I don't like that. High school was still fun. I definitely enjoyed my time there. But in terms of like the difference, like social wise, it's expanded on a whole nother level. Connection and opportunity wise, it's expanded on a whole nother level, because you go to college to figure out what you're gonna do with yourself after the 4 years and what you want to do after that. And even during that, in terms of high school, it's more so like pre-launch what you want to do after high school.
Wow. Yeah.
So I feel like even if it wasn't for college, high school definitely like pivoted me to get ready for the outside world, because like structure and like things like that and aspects. And then it's like your mindset change. I feel like my mindset has stayed the same from graduating, because like I always knew what I wanted to do for myself. So like college is more so like a stepping stone that I'm just using to elevate myself to the next level.
Got you. So you said you want to get into gaming.
Mhm.
So you want to design your own games.
Yes.
And, are you a PS5 guy or Xbox?
Both. So I
Okay.
grew up with both. I hate when
Okay.
people be like,
Cause I'm PS5 all day. So.
yeah, I'd be like both, because I grew up with both. When people be like, I'd be like, y'all just didn't have no money growing up, because that was just like, if you ain't have both systems, I've never had both systems at the same time. But like
Okay.
I grew up with cousins, brothers, everybody like that, and we just had both occasionally.
Okay.
So like I would switch in between. So like I'm versatile between the two. So I don't really care for either or. Like
Okay.
both have their pros and cons. Both studio, Sony and Xbox, Microsoft, they have their pros and cons.
Mhm.
And I would work for either or, so I don't care.
Okay. Okay.
I'm more so inclined to work for Sony more than Microsoft, because Microsoft, they be cutting too many people, and I
Oh,
just seen
really?
they layoff job. They just did like 3 layoff jobs with like 7,000 people in the company within the past 6 months. And I was like, when I did my internship at Microsoft, I was like, okay, I want to work here. But then they just did that, and I'm like,
So what's the reason for the cuts? Like the funding?
I do not know. I could not tell you. They don't know. I don't know. My people that I know at Microsoft was like, they don't know why. They was just like, they doing cuts. And
Has AI influenced that in any way?
I don't know. I can't say.
That's the one thing I'm thinking. Like maybe they're
I
figuring
can't
like
say.
we can.
I be seeing people on LinkedIn talk about it. I was let go from my job at Microsoft. They just be like, I was let go. I'm looking for new opportunities to connect. And I was like, that person right there, I'm sorry to use them as an example. I don't know who, but that's not going to be me.
Right.
So I need to always have security and safety in whatever I do with myself.
Right. No, that's real. So what games?
like
What are
money.
games that you like?
I like that's actually crazy, because I just talked to my friends about my top favorite games.
Okay.
I like Apex. I like I'm playing Saints Row right now.
Okay.
4. That's like old, but
Yeah, I was
like it.
surprised you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Grand Theft Auto. I can't wait to play 6
When does 6 come out?
May 26th next year.
It don't come out till next year. They were pumping
Yeah,
it like it was gonna come out this year.
They were. It don't come out till next year. 2013 was the last time they came out with GTA, so I don't know why it took them 13 years to come out with another one.
Wow.
But yeah, that
Fortnite. Not
not
really.
so
That's
much.
kinda
No, I
little
like
kiddish.
it. I like it, but I'm like Apex more than Fortnite.
Okay.
It's easier to play to me personally. I like
Okay.
Brawlhalla. I like Mario Kart. I like arcade games. I like
Okay.
Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Love Mortal Kombat. I really do want to work for NetherRealm Studios one day. I like
It's like Assassin's Creed. Not really.
it's
Not really.
I'm iffy with it, because I played it like younger, and I
Mhm.
never played it as like I got older.
Okay.
So like I feel like it was definitely one of those my things. I definitely love the Spider-Man games.
Okay.
I really love the Spider-Man games. They have took that to a whole nother level. What else? I really like action adventure games. I like Call of Duty, more so the zombies aspect. I really want to create a zombies game inspired by Call of Duty, especially Infinite Warfare, because I really like the creativity design aspect on that.
That's an interesting mix because I never thought about those two interfacing, like a zombie world on some Call of Duty type. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely love that. That's like
Hmm.
my favorite. I love zombies. I love scary stuff.
Okay.
So like anything horror related. I love Dead by Daylight. I love this Friday the 13th game.
Okay.
I still have yet to play Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I need to play that.
You like Walking Dead?
I never played it.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
You like the show? Have you seen the show?
I haven't seen the show. No,
How you not
I haven't seen
seen
the
Walking
show.
Dead?
I know of it, but I never watched it before.
Didn't they shot most of that in Atlanta?
No, they
didn't
did. It was
Yeah.
like I think in Rome, Georgia, or something.
Yeah,
like that.
somewhere. Yeah. I think this is vital. Like the thing that I really like about you is I feel like you have an intellectual curiosity about yourself. You want to learn. You want to get as much data. I respect it because I meet a lot of people that just they just hear. They don't. But what like? Do you think it was like? Why are you that way?
It's definitely in terms as of like my growing up in childhood. So like I know that I don't want to live the rest of my life the way I grew up, and that's in terms of like experiencing homelessness, experiencing like things like that, and just being able to be financially secure in myself and like what I want to do. But also like meeting new people. I like meeting new people. I like doing new stuff. I actually learned that about myself in high school because I was always doing something new. I was always doing something.
Okay.
Like my teachers will always say to this day, like I'm always doing something. Like people call my phone and be like, "Where you at?" Because they know I'm always doing something. So I feel like in terms of that, and that's another thing where education has played a part in that, because I've always done something new because of education. So I always found myself deeply immersed in education because education has always opened opportunities for me since elementary school.
So you grew up in Southwest Atlanta?
So I went to Finch Elementary. I went to Paul D. West Middle School. And
That's
well,
off.
actually,
Is that off Cleveland?
yeah.
Okay.
So I actually
Trenches. The trenches. The
so I went to
trenches.
different. So me and my family, we have moved all across Atlanta.
Okay, so where?
So we stayed in Decatur. We stayed off Riverdale. We stayed off Campbellton Road. That's the most where we stayed.
Okay.
We stayed and off Cascade, stuff like that. So yeah, Cleveland Avenue. Yeah. So that whole area. So that whole area
It goes down.
So we did
on
that.
Cleveland Avenue. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I went to my first elementary school was I think Roland Elementary School in Decatur.
Okay.
Then I went to Beecher Hills Elementary School. Then I went to Finch Elementary School, and then I finished. Then I went to Paul D. West Middle School, and then I went to Tri-Cities High School, and then I finished.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't go to Mays. Or
That's the
Westlake.
thing. So the thing with that is we moved so much. It was more so like a zoning thing. And Fulton County last year when we were seniors, well not last year, a few years ago when we were seniors, they ended up changing the district zone and how they zone people.
Okay.
So it was more so like that. And I didn't want to go to Mays because I personally felt like Mays was ghetto and I didn't want to go there. My mama went to Mays, but she was like, she always wanted me to go to
all the cool, smart black kids go
they
to
do.
Mays.
And then a lot of people actually go to Georgia Tech from there. And I didn't know that until I graduated.
Yeah.
So, but no, my mom went there. She was like, you actually need to go to Carver because Carver is perfect. And I actually did want to go to an APS school, but I was already so deep in Tri-Cities. I was like, if I leave, I'm going to have to make new connections, new people, everything. And I've been knowing people. I still know people to this day that I went to school with, elementary school that I
Oh, wow.
with. So,
That's a blessing.
I was like, I don't want to leave. And then the thing with my credits, I just didn't want to jeopardize that for myself because I was like, I'm graduating on time and I ain't finna do nothing no later and no earlier. Because I could have graduated early, but I was like, I don't want to rush nothing because I'm not in no rush to do something that early with myself.
So I gotta ask you. I want to get to like the psychological aspect.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough, bro. No, I mean I'm seriously like living in those social conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Most people would think people like you don't exist in those areas.
Right.
So I'm wondering, like, is it just God given? Like, what was it in your mind that was just like, I'm going to rise above this?
It's definitely my environment and people that influence me, and I feel like the educators in the system, like my teachers that I've met, they've definitely been a big influence, and like the people that have helped me and my family have always had a background in education. Okay. And even with me not knowing a lot about college at the time when I was younger, I always knew when they'd be like, yeah, I went to school. So at some point, school was not a scapegoat, but school was a getaway for them to do something better with themselves and be able to help them on that level. So at the time, I didn't know how much school impacted them a lot. Being black and being a minority and being in Atlanta, in the southwest of Atlanta, because we don't get a lot of resources as many say we do, but we don't. And just doing that, and I didn't actually realize this, but the schools that I were going to were Title I schools. We were getting free reduced lunch. That's something that taxes pay for to the government because you don't make enough money. So that means the school does not make money. The environment itself does not make money. So I'm in an environment, I'm in a neighborhood that does not make a lot of money. And
I want to touch on that real quick. So a lot of people don't know, like, when it comes to like school funding, a lot of that it boils down to like zoning. So they look at like the zip codes, and they look at the income, and they figure, okay, who's gonna get what as far as allocating resources. So like, I gotta shake your hand, bro. Like for real, like because I feel like when I encounter a lot of white people, when I was at Georgia State, they would say, well, Barack is president. You guys got your reparations.
Oh, Jesus.
Nah, but I just want to say, like, we're still playing catch up.
Piece by piece.
Yes. So it's like, I don't want people thinking the struggle is over. Like, no.
And that's why I'm glad I went to HBCU. Because I feel like, it's plenty of reasons why I chose my HBCU. Definitely, schools in general, I was always thinking about funding. Because I know nobody else is going to pay it. If I needed $16,000 today, I can't go to nobody else to pay it. That's something that the school is going to have to pay. So that was definitely my biggest thing with that. Another reason was like, I didn't want to go to a HBCU because of my upbringing. So like, I was always in a school with black people, and it was like,
is that a bad thing?
No, and it's not a bad. No. And actually, and I had to like rethink and like think of another way to like think about it, because I was tired of seeing black people. Like I always wanted to be in. No, it sounds crazy, but like I wanted to be in a diverse environment. Like I wanted to be around Asians. I wanted to be around Indians, different ethnicities and different backgrounds and cultures. But growing up, we didn't have that. Like, the farthest thing that we've had from a different person being in our black, background school growing up was, like, Hispanic. And even if them, it's just a lump sum in each point, and that's where they all stay. And it's the truth. Literally, that is the truth.
Right.
Tri-Cities is half Hispanic, half African American. That's
Okay.
point blank period. That's all you see.
We
The
love our
valedictorian-
Latino brothers and sisters,
We do.
by the way.
The valedictorian salutatorian was Hispanic. So
Okay.
that's just what it is. That's what the area is come up as. I didn't want to go to the HBCU because I felt like I was always around black people and I wanted to get a diverse setting and just experience something new. But surprisingly, at HBCU gave me the most money out of all the 70 plus schools that I was accepted to.
Mm.
And being at a HBCU this past year, I definitely feel love and I definitely have a community because I personally feel as experiencing this past year, regardless of whatever school I went to, I would have never received the type of love and support that I get from anywhere.
Wow.
And the opportunities that my resume would not be looking like that if I would have never went to this school. Every single opportunity I have gotten has been because of this school.
Now, you interned where this summer?
Right now, well, it's not an internship, it's a job, but it's
Okay.
at Apple, and I'm a Apple College advisor.
Okay.
So basically, that's just technical support. So I'm calling calls all day, helping people with their Apple products and stuff like that.
So, what are some words of encouragement you would give to a kid younger than you that came up in a situation similar to you?
I would definitely say if you know what you want for yourself, you're gonna get it. And what I mean is, if you want it bad enough, you would do everything in your power and everything that you can do, physically, whatever, to get it done. Definitely work hard, stay in the books. Don't be around people who you hang around is what's gonna happen. So always surround yourself by people who are winners and people that are always doing better than you. So you can always have something to look up to and strive for. And definitely just stay yourself and be yourself, because being authentic and being genuine and true to yourself is always gonna lead you to doors and opportunities that you ain't never had before. So yeah, that's my advice.
You said who you around is what happens. Wow. What's your social media? If you want to share your social media?
My social media is KAMIIKAZES_. And my LinkedIn is just my regular name, Jaylen Butts. So yeah.
Okay. 82 Kings is the YouTube channel. I appreciate y'all for watching. Much success to you in the future, brother.
Thank you.
Hopefully, I would like to at some point double back. And
Right, most definitely. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have fun.
Yeah, I'm sophomore season loaded.